that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the 18. Jet mode, bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers. Big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers.
Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Arizona Cardinals. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Yeah, let's get second. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
56, right there, 56. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. You go straight.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch the out, watch the out. Check 13, check 13. Go.
From the 44, Allen. A quick hitter complete. It's Grant. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? So the shotgun snap to Allen. It's complete to Grant. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Brown 80. Here we go, here we go. We got double tight, double tight. 4 down.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Cannon Balaj. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
56, check 56. What we got, what we got, what we got? Hey, hold.
From the gun, it's Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Regular. That's track. He's coming.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Yeah, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Buddy up.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Second down, McKinnon. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. This is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And this one will be brought back to the 22. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Grant, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down, and this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Allen going to go on 4th down. This will be caught by Brown. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch out. Switch.
Here's McKinnon. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go. Not today, you are. Not today. Joker. Squeeze. 25. Check 25. 36.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jerick McKinnon. His first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
3rd down and 7.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Allen. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying,
Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Right there, 56. Let's go, defense. 5 wide. Hey, watch it. Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first down, McKinnon again. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there. Third down here.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On the move to his left. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Whip. Watch the whip. Check. Fresno.
Jackson from the shotgun. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Allen. Open man here is Foster. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Hey, wahoo!
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, and it's caught. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kalen Ballage, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check 26. Check.
To throw is Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw, and he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Jackson on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Throwing is Jackson. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it second down. Now it's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Allen going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Dawson Knox, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. John Simon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. Jackson now from the gun, he'll throw. And now here's another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it, but he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Check 56.
So after the INT, it's Allen. This is caught. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
56.
Now Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. He's at the 50. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just...
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen operating from the gun. He's got the hook up with Conley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, first down Arizona. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Jim. 56. Mike, 56, right there. 56. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. He'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's and that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
He got 29 yards that time. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Mike 50.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, go.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. And he's got it. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Operating from the 27 now. Here's second and 3.
Watch twist. Go. Big
Jackson now. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. Space to maneuver at the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first.
First down, Dolphins.
17. I got him.
Back. Kneel. Kill. Short. Kill. Turn up.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got... It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.